and they had me effed up. They had my hair on fire. But you know what? A part of like the decor in the restaurant were candles. Out of nowhere, like I start smelling something. Like I start smelling something and it smelled like something is burning. I see a flame. I see a flame. And they was just like, oh my God, there's a girl on fire. There's a girl on fire.
I think I lie for you. I think I die for you. Sure that you cry for you. Do things when you want me to. Like controller. Yeah, like control.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Lisi and I'm back again with another epic, juicy, and ghetto story time. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. My name is Lisi, my government is Alicia, and if you are a returning viewer, a subscriber, you already know the vibes. What's good? What's poppin'? What's cracking? What's cracking? Y'all chilling? Y'all chilling? Alright, bet. Y'all see the title of today's story time. Story time. My wig done caught on fire, child.
Oh my God.
Don't act shocked.
Call the fire department because the fire needs to get put out. But before I get into today's story time, definitely don't forget to submit your subscriber diary to my email. If you don't know what subscriber diary is, that's my version of subscriber story times. Y'all, we need some more in. I know I don't be doing it as often as I should, but we need some more in because I'm going to record a subscriber diary immediately after this video. So send your subscriber diary down below to this email, and definitely don't forget to follow the instructions in the description box. Okay? That's really all I got to say for now. I definitely forgot to mention, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the video as well, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all so much. This story time probably gonna be on the shorter end, but let's just get into it. Okay, y'all, so this is story time. My wig done caught on fire. And how do I even start this up? Like, what the fuck? Like, okay, boom. So y'all probably like, this girl got a story for everything. Why do y'all think I'm a story time channel? Like, come on. It is like out here in Houston, girl, I've been racking up on story time. I've been racking up on little story times that have happened in the recent, but this is some old-ish. This is some old-ish. This story time took place, I want to say like sometime in 2019. So it was actually some years ago, girl. This was some years ago. And this is around the time, or basically when I had started a new job at this restaurant slash bar. I'm contemplating if I would have said the name of the restaurant. You know what? Let's give y'all a little backstory first. Let's give y'all a little backstory. This is around the time when I had got fired from Applebee's, and child, that's another story for another day. Like, we're not even gonna get into that right now, but don't worry, that's a whole other story. Okay, so I had got fired from Applebee's. So your girl was looking for a new job. She was looking for some new shmoney. And you know what the crazy thing is? When I had got fired from Applebee's, I was already looking for another job. So the fact that they fired me, they did me a favor because I didn't want to be there anyway. So let's clock that tea.
Clock it.
In my little job hunt, like, I was applying to jobs left and right, applying to jobs left and right. And, you know, places was not getting back to me, or they got back to me. I have an interview. They never called me back. So I was just on that hustle mentality, on a hustle to get a new job because your girl needed some shmoney, okay? So it had came to a point, if y'all don't know, because I know I got a lot of new people passing through the page, but those of y'all who do know, y'all know I'm from NYC, specifically Queens, because Queens get the money, okay? So around this time, I still knew that I wanted to still work in the restaurant industry, and I still wanted to be a server because, like I have told y'all previously, the tips be hitting, girl, okay? So I was like, okay, where can I work that will give me bread, that will guarantee me bread. And I was like, oh, boom, the light bulb came on, and I'm like, okay, I should go to the city and, you know, just see who hiring. And the city means Manhattan, if y'all don't know what the city mean. Okay, boom. So it was one day I had printed out like a whole bunch of my resumes. I probably printed out like 15, 20 copies of my resume, put it in a folder, and I decided to take the train down to Manhattan. And my game plan, my game plan was to just walk into people's restaurants and ask them if they was hiring. Because I'm like, okay, maybe, you know, if they meet me in person before they see my application online, you know, they could feel my vibes out and feel my energy out and see, you know, okay, this girl, she really is willing and ready to work. Like, she came up in here on her ish, right? So I just spent like, I think I spent like 2 separate days doing that, trying to look for a job, just going into mad restaurants. Like, some of the restaurants I had looked up beforehand, so I knew which area I was going to. And some of them, if I just seen them nearby, I just walked in, asked them if they was hiring. They would say yes or no, and I would just leave my resume with them and just hoping that they gave me a call back. One of these days, I had stumbled across this job that I had briefly, which we'll get into. And it was this little bar in the city called the Flying Cock. Like, I didn't want to tell y'all the name of the restaurant, but listen, I don't even live in New York no more. I have nothing against nobody at this establishment. I wasn't even there for that long. But it's like, every time I tell somebody the name of the restaurant, they laugh. So I know y'all are probably laughing, right? So boom. I walked up into the COCK. Okay, we just gonna call it the K or something. We gonna call it the K. I walked into the K. It was like this black lady. She looked like, and no disrespect from nobody, because girl, I don't got the time, okay? But she looked like she was straight from some country like in Africa, but she was giving one of them rich African ladies. Like, do y'all know what I'm talking about? Like, them rich African ladies, like, just the vibe and the exoticness that they like just have on them. Yeah, it was giving that. So feel me, she was in there, and you know, I spoke with her and I'm like, hey, I just wanted to know if you guys were hiring, because I am looking for a job. I have serving experience, you know, I'm ready to work as soon as possible, blah blah blah. I start chopping it up with her, and you know, I'm basically telling her my schedule and everything, because at the time I was still in school, so I did have schedule restraints. I didn't have open availability. And you know, this was a small business, so she was just letting me know. She was just letting me know, like, okay, I'm gonna speak with the owners and, you know, see, you know, what they say, and if they're willing to hire you just based off of your schedule, because that was just a constraint, I guess, with the availability that they needed to have a new employee to have. So I'm like, okay, cool. So after all of that, it was probably like a few days later. Child, I'm gonna just name her Nubia. Yeah, or Juvia. I'm gonna name her Juvia. It was like a few days later, Juvia had got back to me, and you know, she let me know like, okay, you know, we want to move forward with hiring you, so when can you start? I'm like, girl, let's roll, friends. ASAP. Like, I can start ASAP, ma'am. Get me in there like swimwear. So here's the gag though. I only worked at this little bar / restaurant for 1 week. For 1 week. And they had me effed up. They had my hair on fire. But you know what? Let me just continue, okay? Now, I already told y'all this is gonna be a short story time. Probably one of the shortest ones on my channel, but I'm really trying to like stretch it out the best that I can, because yeah. But anyways, I start working at the K, and you know, I'm in training, so everything is cool. It was a nice little bar / restaurant. It did get very busy. I was there for like one of the days they had brunch. Brunch was turned, it was hella people. So, you know, I was seeing like the types of tips that the other servers was getting, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm about to be getting bread up in here. Because if y'all don't know one thing about Manhattan, that's where all, like, I don't want to say all, but that's where all the people with the money is at. Like, when people go to NYC, when celebrities go to NYC, the first thing they think about is Manhattan. So the shmoney was there. So I was getting real excited. I'm like, okay, Applebee's, okay? Fuck y'all, because y'all thought that y'all was gonna fire me and that a girl wasn't gonna still get a bag somewhere else. Like, fuck is y'all talking about? Like, yeah. One thing about me, your girl will keep a job or find a new one if she needs to do so, okay? I remember one of my friends had told me one day, Alicia, you always got a job. Why not? Why not? I don't want to be no bub. You know what, y'all? I'm so sorry. I'm getting off topic, but again, y'all, I'm trying to stretch the story out. So, anybody feel some type of way in the comments?
We do not care.
Fuck you. Fuck you. It was like this one boy in there. He was a gay boy, and that became like my fake little friend for the 1 week that I was there. He was a host, so we would just be, you know, keying it up all the time. This was like I told y'all, this was in Manhattan, so it's just like most restaurants, especially, or bars in the city, like if they want to uphold like a certain type of look or a certain type of vibe, like they're gonna have like a certain type of ambiance in the restaurant. So for example, at this spot, you know, they had like dim lighting, like it gave chill vibes, like come here after work to get you a drink and get you some food and just vibe and relax, okay? And a part of like the decor in the restaurant were candles. Was candles, girl. It was candles. And you know, the candles had to be placed on the tables, you know, at the beginning of each shift. And then there was like a little area in the restaurant where they just had a whole bunch of candles just lit. Do y'all see where I'm going with this story? Okay, period. So they had a whole little area where they had about like 10 candles just sitting there lit. For what? IDK. It was like one day, y'all, like not one day, one of the days in the 1 week that I was there. Me and my little gay friend, the little gay boy, we is just standing around just keying it up because all the tables were like tended to already. They was all tended to, so it was nothing much that I had to do or he had to do. Everybody was like taken care of for the most part. And you know, I'm just standing by the little area that has the candles, okay? And friend, he's standing next to me or whatever. Out of nowhere, like, I start smelling something. Like, I start smelling something and it smelled like something is burning. Okay, it smells like something is burning, girl, okay? And I'm just thinking like, oh, do they have burns in here? And if you don't know what a burn is, it's like basically like, for example, because that's what I thought about when I thought, do they serve burns here? I didn't know that they serve burns here. Burns is like restaurant terminology for like a plate of food that comes out on like a sizzling plate. So in Applebee's, when I was working at Applebee's, we had like some type of sizzling type of food and we would just call them burns. So I'm like, something is burning. Like, what is burning? Girl. Out of nowhere. First of all, bitch, I see a flame. I see a flame. Yo, I see a flame to the right of me, girl.
I'm in danger.
And friend, he's standing to the right of me too. So it's like we both seen the flame at the same time. And yo, I turned, I was like, friend, he was like, girl. Girl, friend patted the ish out of my head so quick, y'all. It was no joke. Like the way this man like put the fire out on my head was actually crazy, like, because it caused an entire scene. Like everybody who was sitting in the vicinity seen that ish and they was just like, oh my god, there's a girl on fire, there's a girl on fire. Like, oh my god. But friend, shout out to him, his reflexes were strong. Thankfully he knew what to do, pat the fire out, because girl, it would have been up and over for my ass. And you're probably asking, was the hair synthetic? Girl, no, it was not. It was a wig. It was a wig that I ordered from whoever, one of them hair companies. My hair must have just been sitting in the fire. Like when I tell y'all, like, boom, for example, let's pretend this is a candle, right? Like The candle is right here. I'm right here. So it's like, who knows how long my was sitting there for before the flames start coming up. So boom, girl. The flames start coming up. He put the fire out. I was like, never did my wig catch on fire. In public. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. Very embarrassing. So friend, he like, oh my God, girl, are you okay? You good? You good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Like, I don't know if my wig is good though. Like, what the fuck? Like, it was hella people sitting nearby. They was like, oh my God, your hair, oh my God, you're gonna need a haircut. I'm like, relax, it's a wig.
Got him.
It's a wig. They're like, oh my God, it's a wig. I'm like, yeah, it's a wig. It's not my hair. Don't worry, it's not my hair. They're like, oh my God, like that was so crazy. Like I could have sworn like that was your hair. I could have sworn. Yo, like it was a mess, girl. It was a mess. So I tell the manager, I'm like, yeah, my hair, and mind you, the manager was the same black lady, Nubia. I tell her like, yo, like my hair just caught on fire. Like she's like, oh my God, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, like I was standing over by the that little area over there, and I didn't realize, you know, like I knew the candles was there, but I didn't know that the candles was there, and my hair, I guess, just went up into flames because I was standing over there. And this lady gonna go tell me, she like,
Oh, well, I mean, when you're working and when you're walking around, you know, things like that won't happen if you're just, you know, standing around.
and I'm just like, you know what, bitch? Like, why do we have burning candles sitting around that are not being used? Why is there 10 candles sitting on a ledge that people frequently walk past? Like, you know what? Let me just continue, girl. So yeah, that was basically that story in a nutshell. Yeah, I told y'all this was gonna be a short story, but it's still a story time. And you know what's so crazy? What's so crazy is that they winded up, I don't want to say firing me, but they winded up letting me go because my work and school schedule did not align. I never forget, I was going in to start my second week at the job, and I'm literally on the way to the job. Like my shift started at 7 o'clock. It's like 6:15 and I get a call from Nubia, and she basically tells me like,
Hey, you know, I just wanted to let you know, after speaking with the owner and everything, he just doesn't like, you know, the fact that you have your school schedule because it doesn't allow you to work when we need you to work. So, you know, you don't have to come in today. We're just gonna let you go, but you know, I wish you the best.
yeah, I was so pissed off. I was so like, because not only did I have to throw away a wig for working here, but y'all wasted my time. Like, how unprofessional. But you know what? It's cool. It's cool because what's for me will be for me. That's when I started figuring out that whole concept. What's for me will be for me. I don't know what the reasoning of me working there for was. Maybe to get a story time to post on the internet. I really don't know. But yeah, like that was that story time on how my wig done caught on fire. And you're probably asking like, was the damage bad in the wig? Like, it wasn't bad, but it was bad enough to where it was like, I'm not wearing this again. Like, it smelled charred. Like, I couldn't even wear it like out. Like, for the time that it was still on my head for, I had to put it like in like a little low ponytail in a bun, because if not, it was gonna look crazy. So the fire, it definitely caught me. It definitely caught me, but I just thank God, like, I didn't, like, me, myself, didn't catch on fire, because, girl, the lawsuit would have been crazy. And for y'all to fire me days after y'all almost, unalived me, like, is that a drag? Is that a drag? They almost unalived me. Girl, I don't know. But yeah, that was basically that story time. Your girl winded up getting a new job or another job a few weeks later, because like I said, one thing I'm going to do is get to the money. and always get to the money. It's never not going to be a money move for Lise, period. So yeah, that was that story time. Hopefully y'all enjoy. If you made it to the end, put this emoji on the screen. Definitely don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all on the next story time. Later.
I think I lie for you.